How does a 4'8" high school freshman end up playing 7 years in the major leagues? This guy was so small that he wasn't a varsity starter until his senior year. Even then, he'd only grown to about 5'5". He batted ninth in the order and the coach often pinch hit for him. He finished that season batting .270, which was good, but not good enough to get college looks. So after graduation, he went to Santa Clara University to try walking onto their baseball team. When he got there, he went to an open tryout, hoping that his summer growth spurt was enough to make an impression. By that point, he was about 5'8" and 135 pounds. He showed up and he could barely hit the ball out of the infield. After getting cut, he was ready to quit for good. But the coach liked his attitude, so he offered him a chance to stay on as the team's equipment manager. He helped out wherever he could, fetching water, keeping the book, shagging fly balls in the outfield, and of course, washing the team's uniforms late at night. But the tuition became too expensive, so he ended up transferring to a local community college. And one day at the gym, a friend convinced him to try out for their baseball team. By then, he'd grown to about 5'10", and he was really starting to fill out his frame. And this time, he made the final cut. And after cracking the starting lineup, he became a JUCO All-American and led the team to back-to-back conference titles. He still had another year of eligibility left, and that's when his old friends at Santa Clara called him. They didn't just offer him a spot on the team, they gave him a scholarship. And just like that, their old equipment manager returned as the team's starting left fielder. He led the conference with a .395 batting average. But when the MLB draft rolled around, his phone stayed silent. Instead, he showed up at a tryout for an indie league team called the Chico Outlaws. But after an underwhelming showing, they cut him. He spent a year away from baseball before the Outlaws actually called him back and signed him. In his first year swinging a wooden bat, he hit .371 and won MVP of that league. Baseball America ranked him at the very top of their indie league prospect list. Eventually, that article made its way to the Boston Red Sox, who bought his rights for $1. Yep, $1. The lowest amount possible for an MLB team to purchase a contract. And in June of 2010, the Red Sox called him up to the big leagues. And with the bases loaded, he launched the very first pitch he saw into the right field seats for a grand slam. And 3 years later, he helped the Red Sox win the World Series. His name is Daniel Nava, and he ended up spending 7 years in the big leagues. And that's why you never give up on your dreams. If you know someone who might find this story inspiring, why not share it with them? And if you want more underdog stories like this, throw me a follow. I have more coming soon.